If you see someone drowning out in the middle of the lake and they're yelling, help me, help me. See, they never say rescue me, or support me. They're yelling help, which means give me skills and tools, but they don't know that. They're just saying, get the boat out here. And you and I row out there and we haul them into the boat. As you're rowing them back to shore, that was the rescue piece, sign them up for swimming lessons. That's the help piece. So that they don't get into the same situation again and call you again. Unless, of course, that's why you're in this business. And here's the thought for today. Need. Do you need someone? When you hear that word, just hear the word. It is totally out of context. Give me your first emotional response to it. I need you. Now, I'm not saying who I am. I'm not saying what the circumstances are. It's totally out of context. Just what's your first gut reaction? I need you. Are you drawn towards it or move away from it? Move away? Okay, anybody move towards? Remember, there are no right or wrong answers here. Yeah, it's kind of nice when somebody says, I need you. I mean, of all the people in the world, you've picked me. I went to college to learn how to do this. I've made it my life's work. It would be awful if nobody needed me. And yet, on the other hand, sometimes I go, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was just going to say that it really depends on the tone.
It depends on the tone. It depends on the situation. It depends on the person. It depends on me. Depends on my own energy level. If you called at 2 in the morning, I am less likely to be happy with you needing me than if you are at 10 in the morning. Or if I am well rested and I don't have the flu. But if I have the flu or I'm not well rested or I'm in my own muddled mess, then I really don't want to hear that. Let me just give you another word. Out of context, but see if immediately you can grab hold of quickly. Don't think. Just feel for a minute how you feel about this word. Want. Without the sexual connotation. I want you. Drawn towards or push away? Push away, okay. Drawn towards? Anyone drawn towards? I want you? I mean, see, there's no right or wrong here. We just have to begin to understand these words are not interchangeable. And a lot of it has to depend on the situation. A lot of it depends on the other person and what they're asking. A lot of it depends on us. But a lot of it depends on how you interpret these words. So again, let me give you my interpretation. You certainly don't have to take it, but it might give you something to think about for a moment. For me, need is a burden. When I hear the word need, I step back just slightly. I take a deep breath, I kind of step back slightly. Doesn't mean I run away or shut down. I'm just a little more hesitant to run into that. It feels a little heavy to me when somebody says, I need you. It is very flattering. But then when I think about it for a moment, it's a heavy kind of a thing. So want, to me, is the gift. I want you. Again, without the sexual connotation, that's a whole different thing. I want you. To me, when somebody says, I want you, it means I can live without you, but I don't want to. You are going to make it more fun. You're the cherry on the top. You're the whipped cream on the sundae. My cup is full, but I want it fuller. I would like to be with you. So when people use the word want, or I use the word want, I am drawn towards that. When I hear need, I just step back just for a second to evaluate that. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, where are those words for each of us? There's no right answer here. There's no wrong answer, but there certainly is an answer for each of us. Are you a caregiver or a caretaker? What's the difference between those two? When you give something, what's the difference between giving care and taking care? They're not a play on words. They are very, very different. When you give care,
You don't expect anything back.
often that may be very well true. Absolutely. Give me another difference. Give. When you give care. Which is more intense, giving or taking care of?
Taking.
See, again, there's no right answer. In the traditional care providing world, taking care of is slightly more intense because it assumes that if you take care of someone, they are incapacitated, whether temporarily or permanently. They are able to provide care for themselves. whether it has to do with an injury or debilitation or a life circumstance, and you need to be fully engaged and involved. You might be giving them a bath, you might be having to feed them, you might be having to take care of their hygiene needs. You are fully taking care of. Giving care means that you are providing care because they are truly temporarily incapacitated, or you are teaching them a new skill. It is less intense. It is less intense. Now,